Activity 1. To understand the process of winnowing. Things needed: flat plate thali, wheat grains mixed with tiny bits of paper, old newspaper. Method: spread a sheet of newspaper on the floor. Take some wheat grains mixed with the tiny bits of paper in a flat plate. Stand on a chair and allow the mixture of wheat grains and tiny bits of paper to fall down from a height by shaking the plate continuously. Observation: the tiny bits of paper, being lighter, are carried away by the blowing air, wind, to a greater distance. So, the bits of paper form a separate heap at a little distance away from the heap of wheat grains. Sieving: when the components of a mixture have particles of different sizes, a sieve can be used to separate them. A sieve is a shallow vessel that has small holes at its bottom. The size of the holes in the sieve depend on the size of the components to be separated. The method of separating the components of a mixture that are of different sizes by using a sieve is called sieving. Activity 2. To understand the process of sieving. Things needed: some wheat flour, some pulses, colored chalk powder. Method: take 100 grams of wheat flour and mix it with some pulses. Put the mixture of wheat flour and pulses in a sieve. Move the sieve back and forth repeatedly. You observe that the wheat flour passes through the sieve, but the pulses are left behind. Take 100 grams of wheat flour and mix it with colored chalk powder. Put the mixture of wheat flour and colored chalk powder in a sieve. On moving the sieve, no wheat flour or chalk powder is left in the sieve. Pulses were separated from the wheat flour in the first case, but chalk powder could not be separated from the wheat flour in the second case. The size of the pulses was bigger than the size of the holes in the sieve. Hence, the pulses could not pass through the holes and were left behind in the sieve, while the flour passed through the holes. In the second case, the size of wheat flour and chalk powder was smaller than the size of the holes. This allowed the flour and the chalk powder to pass through. Hence, sieving is used for separation when the components of a mixture have different sizes. Sedimentation and decantation. Insoluble substances that are heavier than liquid can be separated by sedimentation and decantation. Let us do the following activity to understand this process. Activity 3. To separate a mixture of sand and water by sedimentation and decantation. Things needed: 2 beakers, some water, some sand, glass rod. Method: take a mixture of sand and water in a beaker. Allow the mixture to stand undisturbed for some time. On doing so, you observe that the heavier sand particles settle down at the bottom of the beaker. This layer of sand is called sediment. When the sand settles down, or we say sediment is formed, clear water is left above the layer of sand. This process is called sedimentation. Pour the clear water into another beaker gently with the help of a glass rod, without disturbing the sediment of sand. This process is called decantation. When all the clear water has been poured out, only sand is left at the bottom of the beaker. Conclusion: in this way, a mixture of sand and water can be separated into sand and clear water, first by sedimentation and then by decantation. The process of settling down of heavier, insoluble particles at the bottom of a liquid is called sedimentation. The heavier insoluble particles that settle down at the bottom of the liquid are called sediments. The process of pouring out a clear liquid from a vessel after sedimentation without disturbing the sediment, heavy insoluble settled particles, is called decantation. The liquids that do not mix with each other and form separate layers are called immiscible liquids. Kerosene oil and water are immiscible liquids.